continued. I experienced an unbelievable happiness and joy and decided to always engage myself with this discriminative appreciation that goes beyond itself, that tames beings by pacifying all sickness and evil. Then the spiritually awakened one, the victorious one, after remaining in meditative ecstasis, uttered this summary of his discourses as part of the teachings as a whole. Again, Ananda asked of the victorious one, "Victorious one, since you have delivered this teaching, turn around the obstacles and evil conditions within existence. In the Earth Male Monkey Year 2028, an epidemic will occur, and its impact will be very profound. If all sentient beings do not think that this is true and have no confidence in this letter, and are not able to propagate it, then the dark evil forces of spiritual death will be satisfied. If there is confidence and they do publish this, then great well-being will arise. Great benefit will come from this spiritual text. That's it. Great. That's for sure. May you always teach it. May most excellent good and wholesomeness arise. May capabilities and merits always increase. This has been taught by all of the spiritually awakened ones. You yourself are energetic to this truth of benefit to beings. At the end of a future time, the qualities of this will be beyond imagination. For the person who is confident in this, all desires will be fulfilled. Evil conditions and obstacles will be diverted. The person who is confident in the teachings of a spiritually awakened person should make offerings of flowers and incense. Then Maitreya looked back from the expanse of space. He saw blood coming from the eyes of humans. So he went to the victorious one and asked, "Victorious one, I pray that you give a teaching of great sustaining power as to what is to come, gathering the meaning in only a few words." The victorious one replied, "Very well, Maitreya, listen to what I say. I choose this for the benefit of all sentient beings, as well as Brahma, Indra, and so on. I will convey my words and their meaning for the sake of beings. It is certainly very positive to be energetically devoted to this. In the autumn of the Fire Female Horse Year 2026, and in the year of the Earth Male Monkey 2028, all of those evil persons who have no confidence in this teaching will die. But if one rises of it and propagates it, then one will live for a long time without sickness, and merit will become very great. All the harmful forces of this evil time will quickly gather in the cities. They will run and hide themselves so that humans will not be able to see where they are. At that time, the power of the spiritual text will scatter those noxious demons and they will run away. So it is important to spread this text to all areas. One should not entertain any doubts and think that this is not true. The spiritually awakened one, incomparable teacher of gods and men, is the tamer of beings, sensitive to the world, gone into well-being, head of the spiritually aware family. Those persons who do not have any confidence in this teaching will experience a great earthquake in the year of the Fire Horse 2026. When the evil times come in the Fire Female Ship Year 2027, there will be death due to overcrowding. Some will die on the road, some from heart disease. In the year of the Earth Male Monkey 2028, there will be terrible floods. In the summer, death will come from famine-induced epidemics. At that time, demons will be all over the place. If one rises up and propagates this text, there will be no harm from obstructions or demons. In the Earth Female Bird Year 2029, there will be no harm. Nonetheless, it will be very important to guard one's discipline and not eat red meat. In the Iron Male Dog Year 2030, all cities and surrounding areas will be filled with carnivorous animals such as tigers, bears, wild dogs, wolves, and the like. At that time, it will be very important to write off and propagate this text as a method for liberating humans. in the Iron Female Peak Year 2031, all sentient beings will lose self-control and will be like paper blown about in the wind or as if carried off in a flood. Then those who lack belief in this text will die. Then the victorious one said to the greatly responsive one, during the year of the mouse, 2032, a sound with spiritual qualities will be heard coming out from the depths of space, and like the light of the sun and the moon, because of the strength in the sustaining power of the spiritually awakened one, if one rises off and propagates this text, which illuminates all of the 4 directions and 8 points in between, then it will be of benefit until Maitreya comes. If one rises off and propagates this, one will obtain merit like a mountain in size. In the palace at Potala, a transformative form of the spiritually awakened one's communication dwells, surrounded by a retinue of those in whom pure and total mind has taken over. All sentient beings, above and below, in all the 10 directions, are placed in well-being. This well-being is intensified for the sake of all sentient beings on account of the compassionate intentions of the greatly responsive one for all humans. By thinking that this is untrue, or if one entertains doubts, a period of plagues will become widespread in the middle of summer. People will die from dawn to dusk. At that time, calculating from when the evil period of time increases, all the forests, ecosystems will collapse. All the rocky mountains will crumble at their bases. One will not be able to bear the leveling process of the earth's mountains. For every 10 persons, only one will be left. If one thinks that this is not so, it is the word of the victorious one. Oh, pity sentient beings! In the Fire Female Sheep Year 2027 and in the Earth Male Monkey Year 2028, the evil 500th time will emerge. This disruption will come from every direction and the 8 subdivisions as well. People will be defiled by quarrels and restlessness. This spiritual text will liberate one from these omens of the evil time. Merely if one has confidence in it, sees, writes about it, propagates it, agitation will thereby be pacified. If one does this, limitless good will come about. May beings be free of all terror and fear. This spiritual work, which has one no secondary meaning, has been composed for the benefit of all sentient beings. This spiritual text will spread fully to all realms, and all humans will be happy. May virtuous sentient beings be free of misery. If one is not energetic in making the text an object of sustained attention for 5 or 6 months, then a period of sickness and diseases will come. Some will die from fever, some from chills, some from stomach ailments, some from madness, some from skin diseases, some from heart disease, others from liver disease. There is a remedy for these harms. When impermanence begins to show its mark in the body, if man and woman tie this mantra, which will protect them, to their bodies, this protecting mantra will free them from all plagues and the harms of demons, water spirits, and gods. It is Emaho Peno Peno Soha. It should be worn on the right side of the body for a man and on the left for a woman. If one does this, one will be freed from these diseases and plagues and will have a good life. If one writes about, propagates, and is confident in it, there is no doubt that one will be liberated from the bloody ocean of life's miseries. Oh, pity for all humans everywhere. May all torments that come with an untimely death be completely pacified. May there be good times as before. May one obtain limitless merit. For all those beings who have no confidence in the spiritual text, as before, there will be no chance for them to believe. And so, diseases will spring up everywhere in the cities. Even if there is nutritious food, one will not, at that time, be able to eat it. Then the greatly responsive one, the noble Avalokiteshvara, in order to produce compassion in the hearts of sentient beings, spoke this portion of the teaching. I pray, Victorious One, that you empower this text. I pray that you empower it with your consecration. Again, the Victorious One said, if one performs religious service to this text with devotion and confidence, then the whole evil time will stop. It would be beneficial for all disease and illness. May all humans who dwell on the surface of the earth obtain limitless merit when they are liberated from all the unhappiness, epidemics, sickness, and unrest, which are signs of the evil age. May they come to experience good times as before. On account of the positive nature in making a wish such as this, the qualities of the benefit if a person should do this, especially during the month of the rabbit and of the horse, is beyond imagining. If people come to write off and propagate this, they will come to possess a long life, free of illness, and will find happiness and well-being. Even if they write off one part of this, all noxious influences of the evil age will be pacified in their own time. What has occurred before will increase once again in the year of the dragon. It will show itself, but will be unable to expand out into the realms of the world because of the evil times arising. After that, in the fire male horse year 2026, this text will increase. This work is a technique for diverting the evil time. If one is not able to spread its ideas to all countries, ripening crops will be destroyed by 3 frosts or hell. Secondly, the specter of famine will arise, and when disease with no apparent etiology occurs, there will be much suffering and unhappiness. But if one rises off and propagates this, there is no doubt that one will be liberated from all this misery. Until Lord Maitreya arrives in this world, this text is the refuge for sentient beings. If one is confident and devoted to it, all obstacles and obscurations will be cleansed and one will be purified. May there be most excellent good. May the jewels of the necessity and wishing come into being. May all countries have good fortune. May the whole earth be made pleasing. When unrest, sickness, famine in all countries is pacified, may there be a most excellent rain for the crops, and may one spontaneously obtain one's wishes. May the glorious wealth of nations increase widely, and may the turning of the wheel of spiritual teachings be steadfast, always. After the Victorious One has spoken, all the gods, Avalokiteshvara, Maitreya, Ananda, anti-gods, humans, and the world, including those who live on sense, rejoiced and praised the speech very much. This completes the lamp that makes things clear, the prophecy of things to come. The singular work entitled The Lamp That Makes Things Clear, a prophecy of things to come, was revealed by the late Jam-yang Khyentse Chokyi Logros, widely known and celebrated as the Master of Masters. It was first translated into English in 1988 by Karma Sungrab Gyatso, with the admonition that it be freely reproduced. These people were elected to publish this work as received, with only slight editorial revision as the translator prepared his version with the assistance of the late Khyentse Rinpoche's learned students and other qualified commentators. Their revisions cover matters of English expression, not content, which is unchanged, and basic meaning is left intact. Make me say way the Jan raise dream me Khyentse Wang Po Jam-yang Khyentse Su Chen Song Kha Pa Lo Sang Chua Pe Sap La So Wa De